All right, welcome everyone to this Thursday night's edition of Southern Woods and Waters, and mostly waters. Thank goodness. Hey, we've needed this rain, so don't one of you out there go, we don't need any more rain. We do need some rain. The lakes are finally getting a little bit of relief coming up. The rivers are too. Fish are getting some well-needed oxygen. Our food plots that we put out, all the farmers that's got their crops out there, they've been needing this rain for a while. And so we could use about 3 or 4 more days of just a good steady rain. And that would really help out the situation. But we hope you're sitting at home or wherever you wanted to be and recline back in your recliner and enjoy the show tonight. We have a great show for you tonight. And I know you hear that from me all the time, but I mean it every time, in the fact that I have 2 great fishermen from up there at Dale Hollow. And yeah, this is one of our newest sponsors. This is Stephen Hedrick with Punisher Lures and his cohort in crime, Billy Gardner. And Billy and Stephen, thank you so much for being on the show.
Glad to be here.
And Stephen, you've been on before, but this is Billy's first.
Yeah.
And he's been real nervous all day, so we're going to...
Yeah.
I was going to pick on him, but I'm not going to do it. But Billy, I tell you what, we're glad to have you on the show. You actually right now are running the fishing department for Dale Hollow One Stop. Yeah. And you keep all the baits and out there and keep it all freshed up and keep all the supplies there. And that gives Stephen a chance enough to create more ideas.
Oh,
more stuff.
I don't need no more ideas.
Well, you got them, don't you?
I got them. Let me tell you, I got them.
Do you ever get to sleep at night with all these ideas running?
I have a problem with my sleeping. I really do. I do.
I tell you what, you were born to put steel in fish's mouths, weren't you?
I like to be creative. Let me put it that way. I can be very creative.
Now, Billy, you like to fish. I know you like to fish. And I was talking to Bill Merritt right before we got to the show here tonight, and Bill Merritt with All Pro Rods, and he's gotten to be one of your fishing buddies.
Yeah.
You and him, y'all fish quite a bit now together.
Yeah, we fished a few times.
And so he was saying, you know, Billy's nervous. I said, well, he'll get over it very shortly. I mean, once we get started, he'll be going. But ladies and gentlemen, these guys actually run and create Punisher Lures. And if you haven't experienced Punisher Lures and you haven't used Punisher Lures, then you're probably fishing for 5th or 6th place right now, because what you guys have come up with, Stephen, with the Hail Mary, first of all, I have ranted and raved about it since we did the fishing show, the fishing boat and fishing show here in Nashville.
Right.
Awesome bait, one of the most versatile baits I've ever seen. And you can fish it just about any way you want to fish it.
The World Fishing Organization wrote down it was the most versatile bait that's ever been made.
And you know, I know a lot of people, I read all the emails coming in from the ICAST show and stuff like that. I try to keep up with that stuff. And, you know, they're saying the umbrella rig's taking the ICAST show by storm. And that's just because you two aren't there.
Well, that could be. I was asked by a couple of companies that are going to be distributing my stuff this year that's never distributed, want to know why I wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know, and we had so much going on, there was just no way. And I had a small vacation planned for this weekend to the Smoky Mountains with my wife.
Oh, so, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And we got to give out a big shout out to Miss Lynette now.
Yeah, we got to be happy with Lynette. I mean, without her, we're RS men.
If Mama ain't happy, Punisher Lures is null and void.
I mean, were any of us men without our wives?
That's right.
Good wives.
Good wives. You're exactly right. And Lynette's a big part of your business too.
She is a very big part.
And tell everybody where it is, because it's in Salina, Tennessee.
It's in Salina, Tennessee, right about 1.5 miles below the dam.
Yep.
And it has gas. Billy takes care of the fishing and that department, and also helps a whole lot with the designing in Punisher, and helps with Punisher, and then we have pizza and sub shop, and we got a little bit of everything.
And
going
then a
on
barbecue shack beside.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a one-stop. You can get gas, supplies, your food for breakfast, lunch, and supper. You can stay out there a while.
Yes, you can.
And
Yes, you can.
and that's simply because Dale Hollow is such a beautiful lake, Steve. And I tell you what, it's hard to come off that lake.
It is hard to come off of it, and it's a lake. It's hard to fish, and you know, it's real hard to fish. But the thing about Dale Hollow is it's such a size fish. If you go there, you may not catch all the numbers in the world, but you're fixing to catch some of probably the biggest smallmouth you ever caught. And that's not counting some of the biggest largemouth and crappie. I mean, the crappie fishing. We have huge crappie there. You may not catch the most numbers, but the size is phenomenal.
And I gotta say, I gotta tell you though, Billy, you know this for a fact. The greenfish, the largemouth, that's been kind of a shh, don't tell anybody. Yeah. Dale Hollow's is full of greenfish. But all of a sudden, it's now the word's gotten out, and people going, hey, they got some 5, 6, 7, 8 pound largemouth in that lake.
Yeah. Other night they had a tournament. There was 2 fish limit, and it took almost 10-pound 2 fish, and both of them was largemouth to win the tournament. So that tells you something. That
tells you the quality of the fish.
And I think that goes back to what me and Billy were talking about today. That so many people come there to fish for smallmouth, that all the grass that we have in the lake, that nobody's fishing for largemouth, and the largemouth have really made a comeback in the last 2 or 3 years.
They sure have.
Haven't they, Billy?
Yeah, they've really come back. We had a die-off here. It's been a few years back, but
now Billy, what was it caused from? I mean, you say a die-off. What do you think
just
happened?
A lot of hot weather and stuff, and
lack of oxygen, wasn't it?
And the tournaments this year's took a lot of, 17, 18, 19 pound on a lot of the lake.
And I'm gonna tell you something. That is great limits right there. I don't care who you are, what lake you're fishing.
Yes.
But I want to hear something else. You two are avid fishermen on the lake. The alewife. Is that one of the secret weapons that Dale Hollow has, as opposed to all the other lakes, that it has created the bigger, like the largemouth being able to come back so fast because of the protein that they're getting from the alewife?
It could be, and we've got a lot of grass, and it's helped it.
Yeah.
A few years we had, the water was right, and a lot of grass in the lake, and it just helped the fishing.
And the shad is in there.
Oh,
it's got plenty of shad.
Yeah.
But I've gotten to go fishing for smallmouth with you. I have fished with Keith Palmera too, using the big hammer swim baits too. And in both instances, we got some healthy smallmouth in that lake.
Yes.
And Bobby Gentry, he keeps calling me, Hugh, I did good last night. Now, he said night fishing's really on right now. He said if you're going up there during the day, he said you can plan on being hot and tired and wanting to come off fairly early. He said, but if you go out there about 6 o'clock and stay out there on up to midnight, he said, you're going to come in with some good fish. You're going to get your arm jerked on. And he said, it's a lot of fun.
I think the last 2 or 3 weeks, though, any lake that you went on, it got really hot.
It did.
It did.
It did.
I know Billy was fishing a lot of tournaments, and he said that there was times that he would sit down in the seat and he'd be like, I
gotta go. That's right. That's right. Well, I tell you what, we're going to take our first break, and when we come back, we're going to open up a little bit more conversation about the Hail Mary. We want to show you what we're talking about so that you can use it in your arsenal for this weekend if you want to. So hurry back to more of Southern Woods and Waters.
This segment is being brought to you by Stan Sloan Zora Bait Company, where setting the hook is an everyday thing.
This segment is being brought to you by Fate Sanders Marina. Come by and check out the jewel of Percy Priest Lake. All right, this week's Picture of the Week is being brought to you by Flowers Garden Center. Well, actually, they've closed down Flowers Garden Center. It is now, they are revamping and making it Flowers Deer Processing. They're getting ready for the deer season. So they have sold out of flowers, so don't even consider going out there and saving face by helping mama put flowers out. Now just get ready for deer season. Hey, our first picture here, this is an 11-pound drum caught on Lake Gunnersville by Ethan Dotson. And I want you to know, you'd have thought he'd have caught a 25-pound strike. The way that smile on that boy's face, he loves it, and just an awesome job right there. Our second picture here, this is Nathan and Albert Hutcherson. They got a limited rockfish on the Cumberland River. The biggest one weighed 18 pounds, and the smallest one is 15 pounds. Hugh, we love the show, and the stripers are really on fire. And relating to shad schools, wish you were here. Guys, you can't believe how much I wish I was there. I tell you what, awesome job. And then also we've got pictures 3 and 4. I wanted to show this. Look at the size of these crappie. This came from a good friend of mine, Miss Peggy Fisher. She lives on Kentucky Lake. And this picture, along with her next picture, look at her there. She has got a couple of nice Kentucky Lake slabs. And she just loves her crappie fishing, and we really appreciate it. She's a good friend of Kelly Mutter, and said she just loves the show. So you can send your pictures here to us at Southern Woods and Water, 474 James Robertson Parkway, Nashville, Tennessee, 37219, or simply email them to me at hugh@southernwoodsandwaters.com, and we'll get them on here really fast for you. And we appreciate all those pictures right there. And back to it. I want to talk, first of all, Stephen, we got the Hail Mary, and I know I've talked about it.
Yes.
It is an awesome rig. Different, and I got to say, the biffle head. Now, and the people that fish a lot of fishing or do a lot of fishing will know what I'm talking about. Biffle head. Chompers came out with one. Gene LaRue's the one that did the biffle head.
Yes.
But yours is unique in the fact that you can put your own hook on there. If you have a favorite hook, whether you are a favorite mustad or a Gamakatsu or eagle claw or a trocar, whatever hook you like to use, you can change it, or you can fish different. And that's what I want to talk about tonight, is the versatility of this bait. Now, you got it in all sizes, right?
A lot of people, I have it in 4 sizes.
Okay.
And 5 colors. We have it in 3/8, half, 3/4, and ounce.
Right.
We have it in 5 basic colors. Your black, green pumpkin, watermelon red, and
brown and green.
Brown and green.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the 5 basic colors. But a lot of people, they see and they've heard you talk about Hail Mary.
Right.
But they really, I don't think, till they see it and understand what it does. What it is where the biffle head and a lot of the other lures that's like this doesn't have the long neck here on this thing.
Right. Now hold it still for them. They're going to see it right there. So let's look at it. It's got a real long neck on it where the split ring is.
That's right. It has a long neck where the split ring is on there, and that's very unusual because nobody has it. And that neck is right there.
Mm-hmm.
And see, a lot of people, what I have here is just one hook that you can put on there, just like you said.
Yeah.
You put any hook you want on there. You don't have to go. But what makes that so great is if you look at the jar here.
Yeah. Now I want to turn this around, and we got this on here. I want to show you the differences here. Now, this is the Hail Mary right here, if you can look at the bottom, but it's got a skirt to it. Now, tell us a little bit about that right there,
Okay,
Stephen.
This is what is really neat about this Hail Mary. And the great thing about this skirt is what I'm fixing to show you. This is where people get confused. If you go to a lake, you got all this different color water, okay, and you have a box of skirts, and you have some of these Hail Marys in there, and you have a hook you prefer.
Right.
These jig companies are going to hate me.
Right,
Because what happens now is you say, boy, I wish I had a skirt with chartreuse. I wish I had one with red. I wish I had one green pumpkin, watermelon, whatever. Well, if you do, all you do is slide it right here, right like this. It just goes right up that hook. Now, you've got to pick your hook. Now, when it hits that split ring, because that split ring has such a long neck right there, just give it a little pressure,
And go over.
And it fits right over the top. It can't come back off because of the split ring.
That's right.
Has the long neck on it. And with this skirt here on this thing, you can take any of these rubber baits like this and just take this thing, put it right here like this, run it up here on this thing like this, and voila, look. Now
you've got a jig with a trailer.
Now you got a jig with a trailer, and right there's two of them.
Yeah, let's hold them still for them, Stephen.
Okay.
Those are good looking rigs right there.
It's hard to hold these two really still because that split ring helps it a lot. See how much it can move?
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you this too, and Billy can tell you, as you work your way through a bush where you have a jig or another bait, a shaky head or something that's straight line in, tied in, and it doesn't have that swivel, when you come up on that bottom and you barely move that, what it does is it bends the hook around it.
That's right.
And the hook moves around it all the way, and you don't
got
hang
less
near as
hang-ups.
much. A lot less hang-ups. And you fix the colors you want or do anything you want with this thing. It's awesome.
And I got to tell you, the compactness of it, we carried it, Chris Snow and I carried it to Center Hill, and we just waylaid the smallmouth with it. It's just a great all-around bait. You're going to catch them, and we were going through some boulder-sized rock, so we knew the fish were there.
Right.
So you go through the boulder-sized rock, but it's just like you said. We had less hang-ups. Where a shaky head with just a straight hook with a lead attached is going to cause me some problems, because it's going to get in that rock and it might push it. It'll hang up into one of those little cracks or crevices, and then it's run my boat all the way up there if I want that bait out of there.
Right.
And then you spook the fish.
Right. And this thing has just made it where you don't have to do that. And that's just two ways. Even without the skirt, you don't have a jig. You've got the different worms.
Let's show them right here. This right here.
What if you have current? What if you have in a river? Let's say Old Hickory and start generating.
Oh, yeah.
I know guys that's got second and won tournaments already on Old Hickory and Kentucky Lake. I know guys that's won a lot of money on this thing simply because of, look at all the movement it does in the water. I mean, it's just, it doesn't.
And if you got current, that just makes that bait just sit up there.
It just moves.
The plastics you have are show like it's an actual, something's coming after it.
Right.
And so it shows the defense mode, and that's what a fish is normally going to see. Not something that's just laying down on the bottom. This thing actually helps it get picked back up and make it look more real.
Me and Billy actually was sitting in the office and did this. We were sitting and talking about putting it in the store, putting the biffle head in the store, and me and Billy were sitting there saying, well, why didn't they do this or why didn't they do that? And that's how this came about. Just sitting in the office and said they should have put a split ring on this and put a longer neck on it.
It makes a lot more action. Has a lot more action.
And now you can have any jig you want. You go to any lake. You have any watercolor. You put any skirt you want on it. You put any hook you want on it. And another thing is, I had a guy that fished the BFL over on, or BASS over on Douglas. And you know, they were taking big, deep crankbaits, throwing them out back behind the boat, running their trolling motor 25 or 50 feet, then cranking their bait down, trying to get it down. All they would have had to do is what one of these pros, he said, boy, I wish I'd have had that thing. Take this thing right here with an ounce head, okay? Put a DD22, Smithwick, Rapala, whatever you want, and as you drag this thing's working.
That's right.
Through the water. And then when you stop it, because of the flotation, it's still moving.
It's a Carolina rig crankbait.
It's what it is. And then they drag it some more, and it gets a little deeper, it's warmer, it stops, it floats up. And they tell me that 99% of the time, I've not got to use it on Del Holla, but they've told me that 99% of the time, as soon as you stop it, it starts that rise.
That's
Bam,
when they nail it.
They'll kill it. And that's what they tell me. So, and there's so many baits that you could put on that for that. So.
But you can also use this same Hail Mary you can rig it up not with just a crankbait, but you can Carolina rig a worm, a fry, a lizard, anything you want to on this same rig. And then you can just drag it. You can do anything you want to with this thing.
Right. And one of the good things about this is if you have clear water like Dale Hollow and some of these lakes when you don't have a lot of rain and you want to use smaller line to here, then you can put your bigger line, your fluorocarbon line here, your leader, your bigger line here. You don't have all that big line to keep it from falling faster. That small line falls faster.
It does.
And it keeps that bait, get it down there quicker, especially late in the summer, late in the year when you want to get down there and dug. Because I know that Billy fishes over at Cherokee and Douglas, and a lot of his friends say them fish just keep getting deeper and deeper.
They get deep.
They get deep. Hey, guys, we got to do our product of the week. So let's go to it. This week's product of the week is being brought to you by Gateway Tire and Service Center. We sell tires for the way you drive. All right, welcome back. And let me tell you the new little thing right now, and I love these right here. These are the new Punisher spinnerbaits.
Yeah.
Now, the reason that I like them is because the shorter arms. It is more for a compact bait. Running that compact bait, getting these willow leaves down in there, or Colorado, you got Colorados and everything, but getting it closer to the actual bait to where that bass comes up there, he thinks I'm going to get 3 for the price of 1 whack. And he goes ahead and takes the whole thing. But this is great colors. I love the chartreuse, the blue and the white, and then you got all kinds of other colors too. This is a great one right here.
There's a pink one.
Oh, look here. We got a pink one. Look, Joy, I'm actually showing a pink one on the show. But you got all these fine colors right here that just makes it awesome. And you can pick them up. These are the Punisher spinnerbaits, and you can find them just about anywhere. Bass Pro Shops has got them, so check them out. You can go to Dale Hollow or go to PunisherLures.com.
Yeah,
that's the best place to go. And so we got to take our break, and when we come back, we're going to open up our phone lines. So get ready to call us here, 737-7767, for all your questions. We'll be right back with more of Southern Woods and Waters. This segment is being brought to you by Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife. And we have a lot to be thankful for here in this great state of Tennessee, that we have an abundance of both fish and wildlife. And I tell you what, we are blessed in this state to have the kind of fishing and the kind of hunting possibilities that we have right here in this state. And we don't have just a ton of public land like a lot of states do. A lot of our stuff, there's a lot of people live in Tennessee, and we still maintain a great healthy herd of animals, birds, turkeys, and fish of all types. So, hey, I got to talk to one of our good friends at TWRA just this last week. He's getting prepared to come on the show, and we're going to do a lake sturgeon report. We did a show with you 2 years ago about releasing lake sturgeon, and we put little telemetry devices, little GPS things, in these fish. We inserted them right up under the skin, and we let them go into the Cumberland River. You're going to be amazed at what we've come up with, where they are today. Those same fish that you watched on this show being released 2 years ago, find out where they are now. And you're going to be totally blown away by this. This is going to be a great show. We got it coming up in about a couple of weeks, so be prepared for that. We look forward to that. Hey, we got some phone calls. You can call us here at 737-7767. Ask the gurus, the smallmouth guru, Stephen Hendrick. And so we'll go with who? Gib, how can we help you tonight?
How you doing, Hugh?
Just great.
Hey, I've been online looking for fishing reports, and it seems like everywhere you look, the fishing reports are from last year or in the springtime or just not now.
Yes, sir.
Now, I was wondering if you knew a good place to look for accurate reports, what fish are biting. You know what I mean?
I do, and I tell you, Stephen, y'all have some stuff that y'all put out on your website on.
I tell you something you can do on that is go to guide web pages.
Yeah.
On that lake, lake, river, whatever. If you have a guide, just put in guides for that lake, and 99% of the time they'll have a fishing report of some kind on there.
But he's right. There's getting to be where there's less and less of that, because there used to be guides that would actually put fishing reports and put pictures out there, but they're not quite doing it so much. And he's right. A lot of the ones I've been going to last year, even to 09 and 08 is the last time they've done any fishing reports.
And some of the guides don't do some like shellcracker, crappie, and all the other fish too. That's a good point.
But I tell you what, if you'll check, where I get a lot of my stuff is knowing some of the local fishermen. I don't necessarily go to the guides as much as just knowing some local fishermen. Billy, you don't guide, but I can call you and get a Dale Holler report.
Yeah.
Chris Snow, I call Chris and find out what's going on in Center Hill. But you got to get you a network of buddies. I'm sorry to say. You just got to get you a network of buddies, and that works better than anything I've ever come across, is because your buddy's not going to fool around with you. He's going to tell you where they are. And he's going to tell you what they're hitting on. So make sure that you do that, and also keep up with it right here. I got a great fishing report for Percy Priest right now, Gib, and that is that yesterday the fish were biting real well. Today, the bass weren't biting as well. They backed off a little bit. So the little cold front that we've had come through is actually knocking them in the head just a little bit. They're just back off, though, because they were in a foot of water yesterday, and today they're in about 6 foot of water. So back off just a little bit.
Love your show, Hugh, and I appreciate you.
Thank you, Gib. Appreciate it. Ed, how can we help you?
How you doing?
Great.
This is Ed Hargrove Dixon.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Doing just fine. You told me to call you and give you a fishing report on Kentucky Lake, and
yes,
I got one for you.
Well, let us hear it, Ed.
I tell you what, I just talked to TVA, and they told me that the lake was going to come up a little bit.
It's about time.
Now, if it does, just sharpen your hook.
It's ready to be ready, won't it?
It lacks about 4 or 5 more inches of water of being at top notch for this time of year. And I am here to tell you that it's really, really going to be good.
Ed, I got a question for you.
All right.
I got a report that the mayflies were really abundant on Kentucky Lake.
They are doing better.
That's awesome.
It's a little late.
Yeah, it is a little late, but I understand because of the dry weather, it kind of drove them back a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But I heard the catfish bite is fixing to just be phenomenal.
You're not on. Okay.
Hello?
Hello?
Ed?
Well, I lost you there for a minute.
That's all right. That's all right. But I heard the bite's going to be phenomenal here because the mayfly is really coming on.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm not counting on that as much as I am that the grass come up on the banks while the water was real low.
Oh, yeah.
Now, then it's coming up in the grass now. It's going to be 357.4 tomorrow.
That'll be great.
That's up 3 inches for the last 3 days. And so if it comes on up just a couple of 3 more inches, it's going to be red hot because they're already moving off of the banks, and they're going to be on there. Well, just call the number and watch it if it ever gets...
you got it. Ed?
357.7 is where it's going to take it.
Well, Ed, we want to hear from you next week, buddy.
Right there. I will.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
And we got Philip. Philip, how can we help you tonight?
Good evening. I've been wanting to talk to you about something for months, and I'm finally getting around to do it.
Okay.
This is more of a safety hunting situation, but it pertains to water.
Okay.
We're all men, and I think all of us know of a show that's on the History Channel based in Louisiana. Swamp People.
Yeah.
The gator hunting thing.
Yeah.
The more I get to watching this thing, now I was raised deer hunting in the swamp.
Right.
In the Great Dismal Swamp. That's me.
Right.
But we don't have alligators. But I am perplexed that a television show, and I'm getting tired of it. There's only so much of grabbing something by a string and cue dramatic music and boom, alligator. You know,
That's true. That's true.
But these guys are taking 22s, 30-30s, and standing in an aluminum boat, shooting at an alligator 50, 75, 100 yards away. That's in the middle of the water.
Yeah.
Now, I was raised and taught that is dangerous.
That is dangerous.
So, speak on that a little bit.
Well,
that show bothers me from that aspect.
And you're exactly right. From a safety aspect, you're not supposed to shoot water or anything in water like that, because water will ricochet a bullet. That's why you're not allowed to do anything but a shotgun over water, because the pellets don't have very far to go. But you know what? If they'd bring that thing to Tennessee and they had an alligator hunting in Tennessee, I don't consider it fair until you're in the water with the gator. So in Tennessee, I'm just saying, in Tennessee boys, we do it the right way. We get in the water with the gator. You know, if those Louisiana boys won't stay in the boat, that just shows you they don't quite have they're not like Tennessee boys. But we sure appreciate it though. But you are exactly right. Because of the safety hazard, you're not supposed to fire a rifle into water because it will ricochet the bullet. So, and everybody knows once it leaves that barrel, you got no control over it. So thank you. All right. And Jim, how can we help you tonight?
Hey, Jim. Hugh, this is Jim from Pulaski, Tennessee.
Well, hey, buddy, you been fishing a bunch?
No, I have not, because I've been too sick to go. But I want to ask them gentlemen there sitting next to you about them lures. Where can I go pick them up except going on the internet and finding them?
Okay. Now he's down in Pulaski now.
Pulaski. The best thing that I can tell you is, instead of on the internet, is so that you can go and look at them, is tomorrow there'll be somebody in the office that you can email us, and we can give you a list of places that you can go and look at these lures that's close to you, and give you all that information, different stores that carry different products, and be glad to email you right back. And all you have to do is go to Punisher Lures at punisherlures.com if you got internet access.
Right.
I don't. That's the reason why I'm asking. Do you
well, I'll tell you what, let's just get you to call, and let's give out that number right now. Stephen, what's your number there at Punisher?
It's 931-243-6133. That's 931-243-6133.
Okay, thank you very much. You have a nice day.
You too.
Hope you I can't wait to have that trip with you and Mike Travis.
Hey, we're ready for you this time, buddy. Thank you.
Later.
And Louie, how can we help you tonight?
Hey!
Yes, sir.
Boy, it has been a while. It has been a long time since I've talked to you boys.
That's right. Well, what you got on your mind tonight, Louie?
This is Louie in Lewisburg, and I tell you what, that's, of course, Lewisburg is, of course, that's Marshall County.
Yeah.
But, listen, I figured, I thought y'all didn't take calls anymore.
Are you kidding me?
Y'all had such a great panel of guests on there usually, and you have such the topics you talk about are so lengthy and so informational. Didn't figure you had time for knuckleheads like me.
Oh, we got plenty of time. I tell you what, we will set everybody straight. All they got to do is ask us.
Well, y'all are the best. Look, that boy, that last one's over there, is that Jim from Pulaski?
Yes.
Yeah, I know him. He can't catch any fish.
Well, I'm going to let you go because he's got something against Mark Travis and I.
He and I are going to have a contest. I don't believe he can catch as many as I can.
I heard that.
I'm just kidding. Hey, I'm looking forward to buying some of them lures you got because I believe it'll help me. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I have got a cabin up here in Cadiz, Kentucky at Lake Barkley. You ever heard of that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And pretty good fish up there.
Every now and then they get a good one.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm being serious.
Okay.
I have got a pond that I guess you could say I don't know how to describe this, but some of the water has backed up into my yard, and I guess I'm kind of a lake is kind of been started, or a lake's created in my yard. I've got my own little lake in my yard, a small one now.
Right.
And it's got fish in it, backed up off the big Lake Barkley.
Yeah.
Can you throw dynamite in there?
No, sir.
You can't dynamite fish?
No, sir.
Because my neighbor told me I could do it.
No, sir. No, sir. Louis, that went out with prohibition. But I tell you what.
Fortunate, because I was looking at blowing some fish up.
No, we can't do that, Louis. That's a class 4. That's a class 4 thing. Hold on just a second, Louis. We got to go right now and do our tip of the week. This week's tip of the week is being brought to you by Interstate Batteries of Music City, located at 3729 Highway 109 North in Lebanon, Tennessee, home of your alternative power source. All right, welcome back. And here again, you know, Rapala makes some great lures, and we've all fished a lot of Rapala baits. Shad Rap number 5s is probably the most common here in Middle Tennessee, and Dale Hollow, you use them too. But you know what? They don't necessarily come in all the necessary colors, so I'll have some of mine custom painted. But I also wanted to show you this. Sometimes this just doesn't get it. You can see right there. Sometimes that just doesn't work. But you know what? I got a little trick I add to them. You notice I put a little feather back here on the back. And now I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I use mustad hooks, mustad trebles, and it comes with a flash back here, the red feathers in the flash, and that just gives me some extra flash coming through that water. Usually red is great bait to use in stained water, and this little flash right here just adds to it. And I've found that it will create more bites for me when I'm throwing it in stained water. So when you're looking for something to add to, just go ahead and put you one of these little trailer hooks back here with a little bit of feathers and flash. And Stephen, you make some of this stuff up there at Salina One Stop. So stop in there and get you some of that before you go on beautiful Dale Hollow and see if that won't help your casting and your catch ratio. Hey, we got to take a break, so we'll hurry back with more of Southern Woods and Waters. And boys, Joy got you a dish over there she can't wait to tell you about. Hurry back with more right now. This segment is being brought to you by Advanced Chiropractic, where we help America feel great, one spine at a time.
This week's recipe of the week is being brought to you by Broker Headquarters Group. Let our team in Camo help you with all of your real estate needs.
All right. Well, boy, I tell you what, Joy has done it again, and I know I say that. But, guys, it's so hard to lose weight around Joy. I'm telling you, it's just purely tough. You just don't realize what all I have to go through to lose weight around her, especially with recipes like she's made tonight. This is her strawberry and blueberry. I call it a cobbler. I don't know what she's calling it, but that's what I call it, is a cobbler, because that's how it's made, and that's what it smells like. And I don't know what it tastes like yet, but I'm fixing to. So, Joy, tell us a little bit about it, and tell us about your guests over there. You got 2 good-looking kids over there.
Friends. And one of them might be almost as quiet as Billy.
Almost. Billy had said 5.
We have to get Billy to talk.
Well, this show's not over with yet.
This is Jacob, and this is Tori. And what is Jacob to you?
My nephew.
Your nephew.
Yes.
And how old are you?
7.
7, and 9. Somebody.
Oh, backwards.
But are we having fun? They went to Famous Dave's with us, and we ate, and we ate, and we ate, didn't we? We tried a little bit of everything, and that's fun. And you can go on southernwoodsandwaters.com and download that coupon. You get a coupon from Hugh for $5 off. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
It pretty is good. I have to say, Jacob, you know, when we made this, it was beautiful. When I took it out of the oven, you can ask Hugh, it was beautiful. When we got to studio, it wasn't so pretty.
It is still beautiful.
No, it wasn't so pretty.
It's still beautiful.
So We got a plate. We put it on there. But this is a strawberry, blueberry, pecan cobbler.
That's what I left the pecan part.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have tried all day to get the recipe online, but on the website, but it's down.
My website is down right now.
Right, and they're working on it. Phil.
The server's down.
Right, with GoDaddy, they are down. And as soon as it gets on, I'll put it on there. It's kind of lengthy, Hugh. It's really good. It has cinnamon in it, all the good things for you. I'm sorry you can't have any, but you could smell it. I didn't make it for you anyway. I made it for your guest.
Took you 25 minutes to make it. I'm going to show you how I can get 25 seconds to take it away.
Well, I had to put it in little cups for Andrew and all.
This is, all right.
It's really good. That's whipped cream.
Blueberries, strawberries.
It's called Fresh Strawberry, Blueberry, Pecan Cobbler.
Okay.
Has the kids ate some of it?
Did you like it, Jacob?
But this will be on the website as soon as it's up.
As soon as it's up.
So you can catch it. It's not real. It is lengthy as far as the ingredients.
But it's not hard.
But
I mean,
it
has brown sugar and cinnamon, all the good stuff for you.
Okay.
Jacob liked it. Troy liked it, and I want to see if they want to say hi to anybody because she's been on TV with us before. You want to say hi to somebody?
I want to say hi to my sister and my brothers.
How many brothers you have?
2 and 1 sister.
Whoa. How about you? You have to say something. 2 brothers, 2 sisters, and we're having a contest. Is Billy going to talk more tonight, or is Jacob going to talk more tonight? He talks to me when we're not on camera.
Oh, okay. All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for that fine recipe. And just as soon as we get our website up, that recipe will be on there. So you can go check it out on, just click on recipes, and that's southernwoodsandwaters.com. Also, I want to say, hey, listen, we're giving away Amphibia sunglasses every 6 weeks on this show, and we started last week now giving away sunglasses for Amphibia. They're great sunglasses. You got to go on the website. You got to register where it says register for the sunglasses, Amphibia logo. Click on that logo, fill out the information, and send it to us. And what we'll do is put you in the drawing, and every 6 weeks, we're going to give away a pair of these really nice sunglasses. So make sure you do that. And don't forget the kids contest. The kids contest on the website. All they got to do is color the picture, print it off, color the picture, send it to us. And some lucky kid, we're going to give away a Bass Pro Shops gift card for those lucky winners each and every month. So we appreciate that. Hey, tonight's giveaway, we have got a whole bunch of lures from Punisher right here. Some great stuff right here. And also we have a $20 Famous Dave's gift card to give away along with this. Wow. So go catch something right after you eat something and be the 5th caller at 737-7767. Man, have we got a good package for you. Look at all these lures, man. Hurry back to more of Southern Woods and Waters.
This calendar of the week is being brought to you by Drycon Carpet Cleaning. Give us a call or visit us online at drycon.com.
All right, welcome back, everyone. In this week's calendar, we have, first off, let me say congratulations to Daryl Vaughn from Sparta, Tennessee. You've got, Joy didn't want me to give that package away. She said, there's way too much guff in here. But Daryl, thanks to me, you got the whole package, so it's a good thing for you. Hey, starting Saturday, July 14th, Old Hickory Bass Anglers is going to have a tournament out of Bulls Creek. That's Reed Durham, and it's going to go from Safe Flight till 2. Then the Fishers of Men are going out of Lake Barkley. You can contact Steve Wakefield at 615-308-2877. And again, Miss Emily Schaefer wanted me to let everybody know that the Larry Schaefer Memorial Bass Tournament is going to be this Saturday on Kentucky Lake. It is going out of Paris Landing. It is from Safe Flight till 2. It does cost $100 per boat or per team, and most of the proceeds of that is going to a charity that Larry Schaefer was all about. So that's a great thing, and we truly do miss Larry Schaefer. He was a big inspiration to a lot of folks here in Middle Tennessee. Sunday, July 15th, come on out get your bows out because deer season is not far away. Pine Creek Archery Club, we're going to host a tournament out there at Rockland Recreation Park. Starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, goes to 5 o'clock later that evening. And so come on out there. It is my first granddaughter, Miss Shelby. It is her birthday Sunday. So if you see Shelby Brown, I call her Downtown Brown, tell her happy birthday. And then also, I wanted everybody to remember, write down August 4th and August 5th. Down in Shelbyville, Tennessee, there will be putting on a hunting fishing show down at the Calsonic Arena. That's August 4th and August 5th. $10 admission. Got a lot of vendors in the hunting department, a lot of vendors in the fishing department. You'll see me along with all of my entourage. We'll be down there. We'll have 4 or 5 booths down there. But love to see you down there. Let's talk hunting. Let's talk fishing. Just come on down there and see us at the Calsonic Arena. Hopefully we're going to get Steven and his bunch down there too. That'd be fun to have. I'll cook fish for you if you'll come. But I tell you what, we got a couple of minutes. I just want to say thank you, Steven. First of all, thank you for being a sponsor of Southern Woods and Waters and helping it make available this kind of a show to our viewers out there. They don't realize it takes money to make this kind of stuff. And you guys are willing to give back to the and get more people involved in fishing and hunting, and we appreciate that. Yeah. Dale Hollow One Stop. If you go to Dale Hollow, you got to stop there. You got to see Billy. He's usually more talkative than this. Especially if you get him started on fishing, because it's then you wind up, you get noontime, he's selling you a barbecue sandwich. But Billy, you do a great job there, and keep it up. You're coming up with some great ideas too, and helping Steven come up with some good ideas. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, Dale Hollow One Stop. Beautiful Dale Hollow Lake right there in Salina, Tennessee. And if you want to, go to punisherlures.com. And as soon as my website comes up, you can go through my website and check out Punisher Lures right there on the links page and on the sponsor page. There are 2 places. So go on there, click on it, go to his website, check out all the latest things. He's got some of the greatest lures, craft hair, flies for the floating fly. We've got the winter time and the fall coming on. It's going to be great.
Snow spin.
Hey, Chris Snow and the snow spinner, I am so excited. I am so jacked up about getting to use that stuff up against those bluffs. But just to give a big shout out to Chris Snow and all those fine folks too. Hey, we got about 10 seconds left. We want to say, wear your personal flotation devices. And remember, your family expects you to come home after you get through either hunting or fishing. So let's make it happen for them. We'll see you next week with more of Southern Woods and Waters.